work. Disgusting, nasty work. Nasty. Come on, son. And at the number one spot. Give me a break. Nasty work. Nasty. Come on, son. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We are back, guys. It is the new year, 2025, first show of the year, and I'm glad to be back, y'all. Hope you had a happy New Year celebration. It's the New Year's 2025. Let's get it rocking. So we're going to bring it in, and this may or may not be the last time you hear commercial music on the show because it's time to start monetizing and getting some money out of this, man. You know what I mean? I'm doing good numbers, you know. Things are picking up, but I love bringing the commercial music. But like I told y'all last week, I'm going to start sending out messages to people, rappers, R&B, and I want you guys to send me your independent music, and I'm going to play 2 independent songs. You know what I mean? To give people some exposure. For now, free of charge. I did this shit before, and it didn't pan out on my last podcast. But you know what I mean? But we're going to bring it in today with some Bobby Digital, man. This song right here, shout out to my best friend, Jason. When we was younger, we used to play this song right here on repeat, Holocaust. This was my shit, and this beat is hypnotic to this shit, y'all. Woo! To that beat. Bobby Digital. This first dude, Holocaust. Salute to him. I don't know what he doing these days, but this verse, you don't know it? Listen to it. Come on, spit.
You falling down an endless tunnel of doom reality. Graphically, my killer bee family stings the galaxy. Insanity, titanium stomach devouring Guinness. My flesh is solid stone despite my outer appearance. Still disease, kill viruses, planets, and racial creatures. Made them see sprout tumors so bad, lost facial features. Wasted peoples left out in the rain. Fountains of pain, 80 shots to the mouth and the brain. Shout out my name, Holocaust, black man whose veins littered with thorns. Back smack you so hard, all your seeds will be born deformed. Swarm, dorm, sting birds, fling verbs like mean curves. Strike 3, mice flee, I infect them with green germs. Ringworm, cause I'm filthy and guilty, dastardly mastery. My felony melody has to be a bastard's masterpiece. Stop grafting me, chump ass niggas eyeing me, tempt me. I'll break it down simply, I'm horrifyingly empty. Spitting dark on the tip of a glacier used for my hideout. Rock crushing German suplex, watch spine slide out the side route. Forearm bash with 20 jabs on the app, or your lab gets stabbed and bloodied bad. While I'm sipping herbal teas, verbal bees plant fertile seeds. Bitches leave with broke back, swollen palms and purple knees. Circle thieves like vultures in deserts, rest on a cactus. Got Oscar nominee MC stuck to my hatchet. Drastic indescribable pain, I injure bars while Bobby throwing razor CDs like ninja stars.
Yo, drop down a mid-hole. No, we ain't gonna let it rock too much, but that verse is crazy. And I already thought out this next song. So yeah, you know, another challenger has emerged. You know what I mean? For your boy Kendrick. I forgot about this guy, man. You know, he been doing his acting thing for a while. You know what I'm saying? Unique on Power, the Book of Canaan. And y'all must have forgot Brooklyn's own Joey Badass ain't nothing to play with. But this is my favorite song from Joey right here. And it was 2 versions of this song. It was the Maverick Sabre version and the Collie Buzz version. I like the Maverick version. So if you never heard this song before, it's My Ute by Joey Badass. This is my shit right here. This beat, come on, let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Bad my team. It's my shit right here.
And if the road gon' bring me down, nothing in the world gon' bring me down. Never stop me, get to the way, I'm in the better my days. The road gon' bring me down.
Let's go, Joey.
Nothing in the world gon' bring me down. Never stop me, get to the way, I'm in the better my days.
just put it in the air. Like that, then watch disappear. Hear thoughts at the speed of light years. I can see the light, yeah, this the right year. Made the flow, yeah, clear and easy to steer in the space and time. Erasing fine, amazing in the maze of cliches. Each day weighs out enlightenment. Niggas black out cause I got ultraviolet. Now my wavelengths to the radio waves to keep it under pavements. Been out of ratio change. My patio the same, but I ain't even gotta tell them that. Poppy leave time I woke him back. Yeah,
edited version.
Come back.
My bad.
5'11", bad. Angelic contact, the devil jealous in fact. Cause I rebel the spells with a letter to God. Swear you know me so well. This one time I said, Lord, would you help? Some short time after, see my music on the shelf. And of course, I gotta thank myself. My wealth is in my happiness and mine, and not my pocket health and with actions. If you don't ever think sometimes, if it's passion, that relationship synchronized. Driving inside her, true eyes to the higher. I don't drink too much, I know the Budweiser.
The livest one, Bedford Stuyvesant. Yeah, let's get this show going. First show of 2025. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 9 of the Nasty Work Show. I'm your host, Wil Milz. Yeah, let's get it, man. We got a fun show lined up for today. My nerves are still coming down. I started I'm back in the gym. No, not no new year, new me shit. I started a couple of weeks ago back in the gym. And I'm on a new pre-workout now. It's The Rock. I shouted this out before. The Rock got a dope-ass pre-workout. It's called Zoa. Make you feel a little funny afterwards. Anybody who work out in the gym, you know, y'all can see it coming through the low teddy bear, you know what I mean? Y'all can see that form coming back. Stop playing with me. But anybody know if you take pre-workout, it make you feel kind of crazy after taking it. You got to build up a tolerance for it. But this one is not as wild as the other one. I forgot the brand of the other one, but I'm never taking that shit again. I was on that for months, and every time I took it, 3-4 days a week, I'm feeling jittery. I can't sleep. Nasty. I'm never doing that one again. But this one is a little lighter. The Rock got it right. He got it right. Give you a perfect amount of energy. The scoop is small. It's a nice burst of energy. Give you the extra pep you need, you know, while you're in that gym. But let's get into the show, man. Let's get into the show. Where we gonna start? How did I bring in the new year? Brought it in with the same people I bring it in with every year for the last 10, 11 years. Shout out to my brother Mox, Ron, and Don. Shout out to Doughboy. He couldn't make it. My brother Drew, L.I., who else was there? Keith didn't come through. I don't know what happened to him this year. What happened with you, brother? So we do the family thing. We bring the kids together, the women together, and we just have a good time. And also, it's my daughter's birthday. Not happy belated, but her birthday is, she was with me, so I'm just telling y'all this. Her birthday is New Year's Eve, and also my boy Drew, birthday New Year's Eve. So it's kind of like a birthday celebration / bringing in the new year. So it was dope. Brought food, drinks, played games. That's how I do it, man. I ain't about going to the club. The only time you'll catch me out on New Year is if I got a show or I'm booked to host something. Other than that, I'm home. I stay in the crib. Too much shit be going down. Y'all saw what happened in New Orleans. That was nuts. I don't know too much about that story, and it's too somber, but I know about 10 people died and a bunch of people got hurt. I accidentally clipped open a video, and if you got access to that video, do not watch it. I'm talking about gruesome. Brains, everything, everywhere. Dude just ran over mad people, so rest in peace to them people. Like I said, I don't know too much on that story, so I'm not reporting on that. And then Amazora, of course, a place I used to frequent a lot in New York, in Queens. I think 11 people got shot out there. So, yeah, New Year, it be getting wild, man. So I like the small, intimate gatherings, comedy shows, shit like that. But as far as a club, pack that up. I need to be in there in a section with security around me. I'm not doing that partying shit. Too old for that. And what a burden to lose your life or something happen to you on New Year, bringing in New Year. That's crazy. Celebrate it with the people you was with all year. I'm not celebrating that shit with a bunch of strangers. Pack that up. But anyway, y'all, let's get into the show. What do we have coming up? Okay. There's a lot of shit been going on lately, man. A lot of shit been going on lately. I saw this video. This video bugged me out. Y'all know I have a problem with, and I was just talking about, I'm back in the gym now, and It's a lot of hard work. Just think about this, people. For the people who don't go to the gym, who just sit around gaining weight all day, who have no concern for their health or their physical appearance. It's for y'all who be accused, who always crying about being fat shamed. You guys have no respect for the discipline and dedication it takes to stay in shape. I'm talking about you got to watch what times of the day you eat, what you eat in the morning, what you eat for lunch, what you eat for dinner. That's just the eating part. But to get up, no matter how tired you are, to go in that gym and purposely make your body sore. My body is sore right now. My arms, shoulders, chest, back, burning. That shit is hard work and discipline. Y'all don't got no respect for it. So I saw this video, and this lady has some nerve. Where is this video at? Psh. Yeah, she about to get it. I saw a little bit of this, and I'm like, you know what? I'm definitely going to talk about this on the show. I don't give a fuck about the backlash, but this lady got some nerve. Check this out, y'all. Let's see, where is it at?
To safely ride in a Waymo, and you might be too. It's your favorite queer automotive educator, and recently, my wife and I took our first spin in the self-driving rideshare service. I had concerns, but was cautiously optimistic about the experience. After loading up our suitcases and getting comfortable, I buckled my seatbelt. No way I was riding in a futuristic self-driving machine without it. And bam, the seatbelt clicked and immediately locked. Okay, it happens. Let me try again. Removing my seatbelt instantly made the car scream at me. But you know, I had to. The seatbelt locked yet again almost instantly. Damn it. And before you think I'm the problem, or just too damn fat for this car, the seatbelt locked on my smaller wife too. Fat people deserve a safe, comfortable ride just like anyone else. Waymo, you need to provide seatbelt extenders. It's as simple as that.
This reminds me of the video I did last year. It was a lady, it was another obese lady online on social media crying about they should put bigger seats on airplanes. Let me tell you fat bastards something, okay? Nobody's gonna accommodate you, okay? Because being big like that, one, is unhealthy, and two, it's a safety hazard. You are literally a walking safety hazard. If you don't want to lose the weight and make yourself properly for standard cars, then you should go to the gym or get yourself a custom car. Buy yourself a Hummer H2. But there's standards. Like, nobody need to put a seatbelt extender just in case somebody's overweight. Let me tell y'all something. There is no disease known to man, no condition. There are conditions that make your thyroids act up and make your metabolism slow down to where it's harder for you to gain weight. Lose weight. But the only thing that make you gain weight is overeating. Period. Overeating, eating in excess. So the company has to cater to your fat ass because you decided, hey, I don't want to lose weight. I just want to keep getting bigger, and you guys need to add seatbelt extenders for us. You don't deserve no special fucking treatment at all. And your wife is big too. Respectfully, I saw her. She big too. Y'all both big as hell, and they don't need to make no adjustments for you and your wife. Respectfully, shorty, go to the gym, get on a fucking diet. Nobody need to accommodate you. Give me a break. I get tired of that shit. Like, we should conform because people decided, my health isn't important, my weight isn't important. My big ass need to be accommodated. First of all, the car is mad small anyway. So we need to take into consideration it might be some obese people getting in the cars. So let's have seatbelt extenders just in case. Give me a break. They don't accommodate midgets. Sorry, little people. They don't accommodate little people in this world. Nobody accommodates them. You can't go to Ford and get a F-150 with a little person package. They have to pay extra for that. Really tall people. Nobody makes, and they can't help it. They was born like that. But you who made yourself like that, they gotta accommodate you. Fuck you, okay? Respectfully. Fuck you. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. Fuck out of here. I get tired of that, man. I get so tired of that. Okay. Okay, we start on a bad note. It's the beginning of the year, and when the new year starts, new policies and procedures are implemented. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you guys right now. I've heard these rumors about the porn websites no longer, you're not allowed to access them, so you have to verify your age, right? I didn't believe it. I'm like, they ain't about to do that. So I went to a few, most popular one being Pornhub. Oh yeah, to access Pornhub now, you need to upload your identification. As much as I enjoy watching a good porn scene every now and then, there is no way I'm uploading. What's the backlash of that? You just admitted that you're a nasty you're a freaky person. You enjoy watching porn. You uploaded your ID? Nah, son. And they're saying this is just the beginning because there's going to be a porn ban. So check this out. We're going to talk about this a little more, but I want to watch this video right here. These are some Trumpers talking about this. Where is it? Let's check it out, guys. Let's see.
Room, which is a stain
within your control.
Very within your control. And you bring up the elephant in the room, which is a stain on not only society, but the entire dating culture, which is pornography.
Yeah.
And I think whenever America bans that, which will be happening at some point, everyone will be much better off. I know, people are like, what, you've never seen that? Heroin addicts know heroin's bad, So like people, just because they've used it at some point, it's still addressing that fact. I think, guys have this way distorted view of the world and how that should work. And the minute that goes away, this country will flourish. I actually do believe that.
Right. You nip that one in the bud, hopefully.
Okay, I don't know about the country flourishing part because of porn. I don't think I care either way if it gets banned. I mean, I do have a nice archive of videos saved, some with me in it. But I kind of agree with them a little bit. You know what I mean? I think it's too accessible, and it does a lot of things. One, kids could just look at it whenever they want. You know what I mean? There's no age verification on that. That's one. And two, it's, in a way, it kind of fucked up sex a little bit. You know what I mean? It gives you this, if you're a person who grew up with free porn, you know what I mean? It gives you like this distorted idea of how sex is, because there's a lot of trash shit that started in porn that I don't do in real life. And I'm like, this is garbage. Like the way women give head, certain sex positions, like it became popular in porn. And when you try to do it in real life, that shit is garbage. So I think limiting the access to it is a good idea. I don't know if I agree with a ban. You can't ban it. That's not going to happen. The freaks and the perverts will always find a way to get their dose of porn or whatever it is. Whatever it is if you start banning shit, people are going to find a super illegal way to go around it. This goes back to prohibition. So, there's going to be a black market for it. A lot of people make money off sex work, off these sites. Not just OnlyFans. The most popular porn categories now is amateur. There's not really any more porn stars. You know what I mean? I don't watch porn stars anymore. I can't even name. Back in the days, it was stars. But now, let me tell y'all something what I found out. And I think I said that on the show before. Anytime you see a woman who's freely showing herself and very comfortable with it, whether it's showing her ass and her titties and just walking around on Instagram, or check her bio. They're 95% of the time is gonna have OnlyFans. If she's very comfortable showing her body like that, they're getting paid off that shit. So I think banning porn, it'll fuck that up. I mean, the OnlyFans, you got the paywall, but even with that, there's loopholes through that shit. You can go to Reddit. Anytime I see a chick in her OnlyFans is in her bio, I simply copy her name, throw it in Google, and something free gonna come up. I ain't paying for nobody OnlyFans. You got me fucked up. I'm not paying for that. You know what kind of, I guess it's kind of cool if it's a chick you really got a crush on. Like, what's that girl named Sophie Rain? She is bad. She is gorgeous, but allegedly she's a virgin. But she is drop dead gorgeous. And I mean, obviously, if she's saying she's a virgin, that means there's no sex. But, she gonna have to worry about a lot of that shit in the future. She got to worry about a lot of that shit in the future. You know, moving along, I was going to do a video of this on Instagram because this is the second time this shit came up, and I want to talk about it. Where's that post? I think my Jason sent it to me. It was a post about women again, like. So this post says, studies reveal women are actually happier being single than men. I always have a problem with that. What do you mean? How can you study that? Like, there's nobody who's single out here, for the most part, that's going to admit that they're unhappy. So how could you study something so fucking vague? Like, how could you study that? Because they said they're happier than men? And also, here's the problem. My problem with that is women saying we're happier than men. How about you just say, hey, I'm happy? The difference between men and women, if a man wants a girl and he's unhappy about it, he's going to admit it. That's the difference between us. We're not going to lie about it. We're going to be like, yeah, I do want a girl. I do want to settle down. But men naturally have a great time being single. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't give a fuck about no relationships. We don't grow up wanting a girl. That shit is, you know, this is new for you guys. So you guys rave about it like that shit is fun when you get into your 40s and 50s. Like, yeah, these are young, attractive women saying that. Or ugly women that nobody want saying that to make themselves feel better. I don't give a fuck who you are, okay? Unless you're a person who's been in a very bad relationship and you're kind of jaded towards relationships after a long marriage and some kids, I can see a woman saying she happy single then. But a lot of women saying that shit, they never really even had a real relationship. Nobody want them. The pickings are slim. Listen, y'all don't have a choice but to try to be happy single. A lot of y'all are undesirable and nobody wants you. You come in with these, first of all, there's more women than men. Let's just get that out the way. The men y'all want, y'all put high standards on them, high expectations on them, which means you're actually lowering the choices of men that you want. And the men that you want probably already got a girl. So because you already put these high standards on men that don't want you, now you got to settle for being single. I want to revisit this shit from these same people who made this alleged study in 10, 15 years. Let's see how they feel the same way now. Difference between men and women is this, and this is not an insult towards women, this is a fact. Kevin Samuel said it best. Rest in peace to him. Your value in the dating market declines with age. Ours go up. Most men who are billionaires and millionaires and find success, it doesn't happen until, you know, unless you got some creative abilities, it really don't happen until you get in your 40s and 50s. That's when we really start living. By then, those men are not going after women in their 40s and women in their age group. We're going for younger women. Respectfully, 25, we're going for the younger women. That's fresh out of college who really ain't got no money, who we just take care of. But what y'all wind up doing is y'all wind up having to take care of somebody who don't want you. Sugar mamas ain't the same as a sugar daddy. The sugar daddy at the end of the day could get a bunch of different women. The sugar mama gets used. She gets fucked and she gets her money, and then the dude leaves and goes fuck the girls he really desires. There's nothing happy about that. That's the thing. Women lie to themselves. We don't be lying. We would never make a post like this. A man would never say that. Oh, I'm happy that women single because listen. You ever heard people talking about? Oh yeah, I got me a bachelorette pad. Since when that's fun for women? Come on, give me a break. That's why bachelorette pads aren't celebrated. It's not even celebrated. Nobody gives a fuck about a woman living by herself. That's just an opportunity for a dude that ain't got no money to move in with you and take advantage of you. So stop putting out posts like this. We don't care. We laugh when we see shit like that. Saying stuff out loud is just a way of convincing yourself, hey, we're happy. Just say, I'm happy single. Stop comparing. Y'all keep this bullshit gender war going on like there's going to be a winner at the end. At the end of the day, women who want to have a man and have a man ain't posting shit like this. These are single, undesirable women with these fucking studies. Just because there's a bunch of women who say the same thing doesn't mean it's true. You would have to put a group of men and a group of women of the same age, same demographics, same attractiveness in the same room, 100, and do it that way. You can't just ask women. How they know they happy than us? That's cap. And the reason why it seems that way because men are being honest and women are fucking lying about it. Give me a break. I think I said that very well. I think I speak for men. I think I spoke for men very good on that. So, round of applause for me. You know what I mean? For keeping it a thou wow. What else we got on here? This right here was wild. I laughed at it a little bit, and I don't know if that was right to laugh at this, but it was kind of funny to me. And I run into these issues. I've ran into these issues with my baby mama. I want y'all to look at this video with this lady crying about her children. This is the level of non-accountability I'll be talking about with women. This is crazy. Check this out.
I'm going to talk about something that we don't talk about enough. And I don't want to hear any judgment from moms. Because I'm a kind, gentle person. And I never even talked back to my mom growing up. And if I ever did, oh my gosh. My kids beat me up. They beat me up.
Okay. It wasn't funny at first because when I first heard it, I'm like, damn, my kids be beating up. It got funny when you hear this next part.
My 7 and my 5-year-old beat.
A 7 and a 5-year-old beats her up. Let's keep it going.
Today I was kicked in the chest, slapped in the face, and punched in the jaw for trying to get pants on a kid to go to school. The issue is there was no discipline we're allowed to give back. I've tried timeouts. I've tried taking things away. I've tried removing all the screens from the house. I've tried taking away privileges. I've tried taking away extracurriculars. I've tried reasoning with them. I've tried putting in their rooms and taking everything out. I have tried reward systems. I have tried just telling them how much it hurts mommy's heart. But I'm still getting beaten every day, not a little bit. Bruises on my back, punches in the face, slapped across the face, kicked in the mouth,
shit is hilarious.
Head-butted, bit. For something as simple as, hey guys, get your clothes on, we gotta get ready for school. My kids have more than I ever dreamed of as a child. They have more love than I ever received as a child. They're so allowed to sleep in bed with mom. They have more toys than I could have ever dreamed of. They have loving parents that get along. We co-parent well. We do everything right. I try to make sure they get book fare, they get special lunches, they get pizza days, they get everything. I try, and I'm a single mom, and I have no money, and I'm doing everything. Everything is for my kids. I haven't bought something new for myself in fucking 5 years since I got divorced. Everything mine is either out of my dad's storage locker ice or thrift stores if I'm lucky. Because if
All right, this is a pity party if I ever heard one, okay? And poor lady, by the way. So it's sad. But here's the problem, right? This is a classic example of a good mother, but a bad parent. And I hate to say this, and I don't give a fuck who gets offended by it. I'm going to keep it 1,000. Men are better parents than women. We're better parents than you. I would love to hear how the dad disciplines. I understand divorce is hard on children, but fuck all that. At the end of the day, this gentle parenting shit got to stop. And I know a lot of black people say, oh, you got to whoop your kid's ass. First of all, that's the weakest form of discipline. If you need to put your hands on your children, I understand sometimes a hit or ass whooping is necessary. I'm not against it. I've done it once in a blue to my children. However, real parenting comes with consistency and non-negotiables. I find that mothers nowadays negotiate too much. Just the fact that she's naming all the things she do, like these things that are an extension of yourself, toys, gifts, doing activities. Most women parent to get through the day. That's it, to make life easier on themselves. So they give a kid a tablet, they give them the candy, they give them everything they want to make life easier on themselves. Men, on the other hand, the things we implemented on them, we think about later. We think about later, right? Therefore, when you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. Taking toys away don't mean shit. You guys order your kids around and boss them around instead of controlling the mental, right? There's too many outside influences already. So we're fighting with Google. We're fighting with YouTube, right? So when the kids can have access to 1,000,001 kids acting a certain way, and they realize, wait, my mother doesn't let me do that. So we're fighting with these things, right? You can tell them an answer to something that you've learned for 40 years of your life, and they can Google it and prove you and try to prove you wrong, right? Y'all negotiate with your kids too much. You try to impose your will on them too much, right? There's no way a 5 and 7-year-old should have you stressed out to the level of where you're saying you're getting beat up. That is insanity to me. I can guarantee you they don't do that with daddy. And it's not that daddy's scarier. That's what women like to say, oh, you're a man, though. You're scarier than me. I was raised by all women, and I was terrified of my aunt. I was terrified of her. And she didn't hit us. She just had a way of parenting that was fucking terrifying because the consequences were far worse. The unknown is scarier. There was no yelling, really. There was no beatings. It was pure terror. Let me give you an example of my aunt, the way she punished. We fuck up, right? You got to write it. It wasn't just the punishment. It was the way she did it. She would have a school desk in front of her room door, right? So say this is the door, and this is the chair I'm sitting in with the desk, and I'm sitting there. You can just look directly into her room, but her bed is here, and then the TV is on the dresser. So you couldn't see the TV because it was on this angle. So you would have to peek your head around, and you couldn't see her. All you could see was her legs and her feet. And you would have to sit there and write down whatever she told us to write down 1,000 times. The number of times we had to write these punishments increased as we got older. You can't get up and go to the bathroom without her permission. You can't eat. It was punishment. And it wasn't, oh, we got sad, so she let us off punishment. Fuck that. If it took a month to finish, it was a month. When she said you're on punishment for the summer, it was for the summer. The whole summer. And not only that, sometimes she'll make us sit in front of the window and watch our kids play. It was terrible. It was psychologically fucked up. These punishments were so consistent, and there was no abuse there, that you become terrified of a person. The respect. I'm 40. I'm in my mid-40s. That woman is almost 80 years old. I have never cursed in front of her. I have never raised a hand to her. I've never raised my voice to her. That respect starts from young. This gentle parenting shit got to stop. And you're crying, you want people to take pity on you, but you're a grown-ass woman and your kids control you. My kids don't control me at all. All I'm doing, oh, you're not allowed to do what? What y'all talking about? It's so, if you discipline your kids appropriately, if you parent them appropriately, you don't got to scream much or raise your voice much. You don't got to raise your voice much. Let me tell you something. Kids are humans. They're human beings. They understand that you're full of shit. Y'all make these threats. Oh, I'm going to hit you if you do this again, and then don't hit them. I'm going to take this away from you and don't hit you. They start to learn how timeouts work. Okay, I can fuck up. I got to go in the room for 5 minutes. And I can cry, throw a temper tantrum, and that's it. Let me put my baby mother on blast real quick. Let me tell you what she does. My daughter, who's 9 years old now, right? She'll This is only with her mom. I don't have this fucking problem. She'll get in trouble for something. Her mother sent her to a room. While she's in the room, she's throwing a temper tantrum, right? But this is the punishment now. She's in the room throwing a temper tantrum because she had to go to the room. And then when she's done with the temper tantrum, the punishment's over. Or whatever length of time she put in the room. And I'm like, how is she not punished for the temper tantrum? The temper tantrum, no, you go to your fucking room and you remain quiet. Or you do whatever I tell you to do. Also, sending kids to their room as a form of punishment is counterproductive as well. It's counterproductive as well because you're making their room a prison. And if you are going to send them there, shouldn't be nothing in there. It's too much gentle parenting, and people think the alternative to gentle parenting is aggressive parenting. No, it's psychological. A 5- and 7-year-old should not reduce you to this. Women be crying in front of their kids. That's the weakest shit you could do. Yelling too often. If kids can see that your normal speaking tone is aggressively, they're gonna inherit that. They're gonna think, oh, this is how people talk to me. I don't really yell at my kids. It's unfamiliar to them. That's why when I do yell, they're afraid of it because it doesn't happen that often. The more words you speak, the less power you have to your words. Y'all be explaining shit too much to them. Explaining, hey, stop jumping on the couch. Now. After that, consequences. Consequences. That's how it works. There is no, you got to stop. Listen, I tell people this shit all the time, like bosses at work, right? Imagine your boss at work was like that. Hey, could you finish this project by 5 o'clock? Because if you don't, the company can go under. We can lose contract. Imagine your pussy ass boss. You'll run all over him. You'll run all over him. You late for work every day. Your boss never fire you. You never you'll come to work late every fucking day. That's how kids operate. The more leverage you give in your discipline, the more they're going to take advantage of it. And now you're reduced to this. Hitting should be the last form of discipline. Timeout. Fuck a timeout. Punishment. Punishment. Kids are never too young. They don't know no better. They're never too young to learn accountability. Never. Never. If your kid turned out to be a certain way and there's nothing mentally wrong with them and there's nobody influencing them who's of equal power, like the father, is telling them to do it, it's your fault. It's not the kid's fault. It's not the kid's job to adjust to you. It's not their job to learn how to listen to you. You got to fucking teach them. You got to teach them, and teaching them comes from consistency and sometimes hurting yourself. When I punish my son, sometimes it bothers me that he's hurt. But after a while, I don't give a fuck because I understand at the end of all of that, the lesson he's going to learn. And then he'll stop doing it after a while. Punishment's got to increase. That's how my aunt did it. Write this punishment 50 times. 50 times, that ain't shit. A word? Write 200 times. Write 500 times. Write 1,000 times. When you start to learn that the consequences far supersede the action, you'll slow it down. And if you don't, there's something mentally wrong with you. Get them checked. You know what I mean? Get them checked. But even more importantly, which is a very important part of this video, she stated that the father's in their life. I would love to know if they listen to him. And if they do listen to him, you should implement some of the things that he do. Because let me tell you something. Whether me and my baby mother together or not, and this is a lot of things mothers don't do as well. I know that to be a fact. If my kid do something to their mom, they're going to have to deal with me. Even if the mother gets on my nerves, I got her back because we should have the same goals and the same expectations of our children. And we should be conversing about that all the time. It should be a partnership. My kids get terrified when mommy call me, I'm going to call your dad on you. They know the vibe. They know what's up. They know what's up because they know I got their back. I'm going to hold it down. And if you come to my crib and your mother punish you at home, you come to my crib, you want punishment over here too. Because I got her back. I'm not an escape from your disrespect to your mother. You know what I mean? I understand it's hard when you're on your own. But, we do know the worst kids come from single mother households. So instead of women saying, oh, the father's not around, he's a fuck up. I mean, they say that instead of, I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm too emotional with this shit. There's no logic involved. Logic prevails over emotion any day. So if a person is more logical than you, they're going to make better decisions than you. If you're emotional parenting, you're not a better parent than the person who's logical. Because in this world, people need to understand that femininity is unnecessary. It's good to have it. It's good to have the feminine energy, but you don't need it for survival. That's why you'll never catch a father taking on the role of a mother. He'll always be a father. But when a mother doesn't have a father around, the kid will be like, oh, that's my mother and my father. Right? Because the woman will adopt some pseudo-masculine qualities in order to have her kid be raised properly. The man will never adopt any feminine shit because we understand that we raise for survival. We raise for the future. A lot of women raise for today. That's why I said it's very possible to be a good parent and a bad mother. I mean, a good mother and a bad parent, and vice versa too. There's a lot of women out here who are good parents but bad mothers. They're bad mothers. They don't nurture properly. You didn't really need it. I mean, it'll affect you later, but as far as growing up a certain type of way, you'll be fine. A lot of these boys, I digress. Tell me what y'all think of the comment section. Because I know I'm right. I got 6 kids. I know I'm right. I know I am. But accountability is important. So stop blaming the kids and running to the internet. Obviously, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And everything she said was wrong. Everything. I'm like, yo, this chick. But I know a lot of people who are also, people think the hitting thing works. That shit don't work. We all got our asses whooped. Killers got their ass whooped. That shit don't work. Doesn't work. What hitting only work, what beating your kid's ass, they're only going to be scared of it till they're about 9 or 10 years old. After a while, this shit don't hurt no more. Then you have to start hitting them harder, picking up different weapons. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't work. So that's not a form of discipline. Psychological, lecturing, talking, constantly talking, and most importantly, consistency. You can't switch up. You can't switch up on them. You got to stay the same way the whole time. Anything you say you're going to do, you better fucking do it. Or they ain't going to have no respect for you. Anyway, moving along. Speaking of crybabies, I saw this video. Your boy's back at it, crying away. So I saw this video, The Game. It's a 2-part video, so let's listen. The Game is crying. Check this out.
Was purely based on...
Wait, is this the first one or the second one? Let's see.
I literally am just trying to stay alive to see my daughter walk down the aisle. And that's it. My purpose was only to be a father. And this list is cool.
Okay, that was the second one. This is the first one.
One to walk my daughter down the aisle. Mm-hmm. I had a new mission and a new will to live. That's what it's about for me. And so it's easy for me to give my flowers to Kendrick and YG and Ice Cube and say I love and miss Snip and do all of that. And I get left out of all the conversations. I get left off the murals. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I literally am just trying to stay alive to see my daughter walk down the aisle. And that's it. My purpose was only to be a father. And this list is cool.
Okay, I think that's cap. All right, so now it's finally starting to affect Game. Game should be mentioned when it comes to West Coast MCs. He should be, because Game is one of the best from the West in history. Maybe I'm stretching when I say top 5. Lyrical. You got Kendrick, of course, Ice Cube. I ain't gonna say, a lot of y'all niggas say E40, but E40 influential for sure. He up there. He top 10 for sure. Top 10 best lyricists from the West Coast. The problem ain't Game go against his own side. Especially with this Kendrick shit. That was nasty that he took Drake's side. That was nasty, bro. I don't give a fuck about all that. Either remain neutral or rep where you supposed to rep, bro. Because he got nothing out of that. Nothing. He got nothing. He should have minded his business. 100%. And Game is always, he never like let his lyrical ability speak for him. He always doing some shit like this. You know what I mean? And that would bother me too. But you got to make amends, bro. Like, let the music speak for itself. You got the bars. Game is a beast. But people don't call you corny because you can't rap. People don't call you, leave you off a list because you can't rap. They leave you off the list because of your little fucking antics and little emotional corny shit you do, bro. So, yeah, stop crying, nigga, and get in the booth. Make amends with your people. You from the West Coast. You supposed to hold that shit down, nigga. Come on, son. You up there when it comes to the lyrics on the West Coast. It does suck that you get left out of West Coast conversations. You problematic, my nigga. Problematic, son. Always have been. I guess it was cool when you went, when you went after G, when you went at it with G Unit, you was repping for the West. But this last shit stunt you pulled, there was no way Game should have been shitted on by Dr. Dre at the Super Bowl over 50. Game should have been on that stage. But it was something he did. It wasn't no fucking conspiracy, nigga. You problematic, bro. You don't want to play ball. So either accept your fate or bow down. But this crying shit? Come on, son. You made your own bed, son. You did that, Game. You did that. From the outside looking in. And I'm pretty sure there's people who agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, check this out, y'all. We talk about a lot of shit going on. A lot of bullshit. This is news to me. I didn't even know about this, y'all. Did y'all know about the CEOs of Abercrombie and Fitch? We talk about Diddy, Epstein. Did y'all know about the Abercrombie and Fitch CEOs? Check this out. This is nasty work right here. Check this out, y'all.
Correspondent Aaron Katursky.
We're here today to announce the arrest and charging of 3 defendants.
It was a stunning announcement.
Former CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch, Michael Jeffries, Matthew Smith, and James Jacobson.
The former CEO of one of America's most celebrated brands, Abercrombie & Fitch, arrested along with his romantic partner and a business associate.
Crazy.
Their sex trafficking and prostitution enterprise lasted at least from the end of 2008 until early 2015.
Wow.
They spent millions of dollars on a massive infrastructure to support this operation and maintain its secrecy.
Jeffries, who stepped down from Abercrombie in 2014, is accused by law enforcement of using his power and wealth to traffic and sexually exploit more than a dozen young men around the world, many of them aspiring models. The 16-count indictment includes charges of sex trafficking and prostitution. At the heart of the case, the allegations of 15 John Does.
So it's jaw-dropping and shocking in every twist and turn of this case. We've seen R. Kelly go down on similar charges, and in the Southern District of New York, Sean Combs is facing the exact same charges.
When I saw the charges come down, I said perhaps this is a continuation of the reckoning that I think we are starting to see in this world of arts and entertainment moving forward.
Why is no one talking about this? I swear to God, this is not front page news. Why is no one talking about this? They worse than Diddy. They're worse than Diddy. I heard a lot of Diddy charges, but I don't think that there's charges with him with children. No, they say young men. They didn't say kids. But still, these are some nasty niggas and nobody talking about this shit, yo. This is crazy, man. What y'all think about that? I think that's crazy that nobody's talking about that. Yo, listen. I saw this product that was wild. Back, the 70s was a wild time. Yo, what the fuck was y'all doing in the 70s? Like this invention? Look at this invention, y'all. This invention was crazy. Look at this.
I want to show you something amazing. I want you to watch my hair seem to grow. This is Hot Pick, the fastest and easiest blowout comb ever invented. Now you can give yourself a barbershop perfect blowout without plaiting, braiding, or chemicals. A unique patented design relaxes and untangles your hair deep down. The more you comb, the fuller and softer your hair becomes. How's that for amazing? Hot Pick. It's a natural.
Yo.
Available at Goldblatt's Venture and Community Discount.
Yo, thank God for the invention of the shape-up. Because this is crazy. You know how many people probably died from using that shit? I know niggas burnt their shit up. This shit, it was a pick that plugs in. It's a nasty, nasty invention. Y'all know what? What was I going to say? God damn it. I lost my train of thinking that fast. See, this damn pre-workout got me bugging out right now. But anyways, guys, let's get into our favorite time of the show. Let's get into the Top 5 Live, guys. And today, on today's Top 5 Live, this is actually a part 2. If you want to see part 1 is on my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. This is Top 5 trash movies that I can't stop watching. Can't stop watching them. Like, if they come on TV, I'm gonna watch. But these movies are garbage. Garbage. Like, you may think some of them are like good when you're younger, but as you watch them again, I don't care what y'all say. We put nostalgia and good. Like, I put The Last Dragon as number 1 spot on the last one, and I got a shitload of backlash from that. We liked it because we was kids. Period. Go watch it again as an adult. Go watch it. And tell me that's a good movie. That movie is terrible. I understand the graphics. It was the glow. CGI was bad back then. I get all of that. But the movie itself, the storyline, it was garbage. I looked at that shit. I'm like, I used to watch this shit? That reminded me of that Christmas movie I used to watch. I used to watch this movie called March of the Wooden Soldiers or Babes in Toyland with Laurel and Hardy. Not only is that movie horrible, it's terrifying. Because it's like all the the fairy tale book characters in this movie. You know, it's the 3 Little Pigs, the old lady in the shoe. And it's a really bad movie, and it's pretty horrifying too. The way they used to do this makeup and shit. But anyway, guys, let's get right into the list. Top 5 movies that I can't stop watching, but they're bad. But if I see them on TV, I'm gonna watch them. At the number 5 spot, we got State Property. Now, I understand this movie is supposed to be bad. I mean, granted, it was Dame Dash. It was a Dame Dash movie. It didn't go to the movie theaters. Maybe it did, but it was starring Beanie Siegel. Supposed to be a drug dealer getting a lot of money. Beanie Siegel, I've always said this about him. He got that face. There's a lot of niggas with that face. That no matter how much money they get, they still got like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like that dirty nigga face. He got that face. And stretched out wife beaters, blood everywhere. It was a horrible, horrible movie. Horrible movie, but I will watch it every chance I get. That's at the number 5 spot. At the number 4 spot, terrible movie as well, Blood and Bone. I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie before. It's with Michael Jai White. Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice is in it. His name is Bone. He's in jail, and then he comes out. Dope-ass fight scenes, but the storyline in the movie is horrible. And the worst thing about it is that nigga jeans. The biggest jeans you ever seen in your life. Your man is out there fighting, doing high kicks with 5-pound boots and Jinko jeans. Terrible movie. But every chance I get, I will watch it. At the number 3 spot, this is probably one of the worst movies ever made. Black Knight with Martin. Horrible, horrible movie. But once again, if I seen it on TV, I'm gonna watch it. Terrible storyline, terrible acting, terrible movie all along, but I will continually watch it. See what I'm doing, y'all? I'm kind of shitting on stuff, but I'm still giving it its flowers. These are my guilty pleasures. Now, I'm not gonna see, if I see it pop up on Netflix, I'll probably watch. Amazon Prime, I'll probably watch. One of these, one of the movies that put you to sleep. Sit back when there's nothing else to do. It's like a background movie before you get some pussy. You know what I mean? Like one of them situations, like you're about to fuck. And let me put on Black Knight real quick. It's one of those type of movies. You know what I'm saying? Horrible movie though. At the number 2 spot, you got to be from the 90s to remember this movie. It's called Strapped. It's with Fredro Starr and Evil Dave Chappelle, a.k.a. Bokeem Woodbine. Bokeem Woodbine, a.k.a. Evil Dave Chappelle. Horrible, horrible movie. Not too bad of a storyline. But Bokeem Woodbine's bandana bothers me in this movie. The way he wears his bandana is terrible. His girl, she's pregnant, so he got to do some snitching to get her out of jail. Fredro Starr is the best part of that movie. I think he killed his role in that movie. It takes place in Brooklyn. I'm not sure what project those is, but that's Brooklyn for sure. And Bokeem Woodbine's girl has the same outfit on. The movie takes place in over the course of I want to say, at least 2 weeks. She has the same outfit on throughout the whole movie. From the beginning when she gets arrested, all the way to the end. The ending is dumb. It's a dumb movie. Once again, guilty pleasure of mine. Can't stop watching it. And at the number one spot, y'all gonna hate me for this one because I know a lot of people enjoy this movie. But if you watch it again and just watch it from my thought perspective, please don't be this simple-minded like, yo, you hating. Because it's a really bad movie. Probably some of the worst acting you've ever seen in your life. And at the number one spot, guys, Belly. Belly is a really bad movie. It's a really bad movie. T-Boz and Nas is probably it's top 5 in the top 5 worst acting performance in the history of acting. It's horrible. DMX killed his role. He's the only one that did okay. Everybody else did a bad job. Meth did okay too. I forgot the nigga named Kane from Men's Society. He was in it. And then it turned into a whole nother movie at the end. The part where DMX converts to betray the minister and winds up becoming one of them. It's a fake Farrakhan to take him down. That whole shit was unnecessary. It was so stupid. It's like the movie had already went in 4 different directions. And when they did that, it was no outcome for DMX. We don't know if DMX went to jail. We don't know what happened. He just got embraced by the minister, and that was the end of his story. Nas and T-Boz agrees to move to Africa. This nigga talking about, let's move to Africa. Like Africa is like a neighborhood. This shit is a whole continent. He never said we're in Africa, and she just agreed to the shit. Come on, son. It was a stupid-ass movie. It really bothered me. You had the fake Scarface scene, which was okay, with my man Lennox. He did a good job. Ox was dope. Louis Rankin. Rest in peace to Louis Rankin, too. He killed his role. But yeah, Belly, number one spot. Top 5 trash movies that I can't stop watching. I will watch Belly at all times. I will watch it. If I see it on, I'm not turning to the channel. I'm going to watch it. So yeah, number 5, State Property to recap. 4, Blood and Bone. 3, Black Knight. 2, Strapped. And at the number 1 spot, Belly. That concludes the top 5 trash movies. Part 2. Now, let me tell you what part 1 was. Let me tell you what part 1 was, because I got the list here. Top 5 trash movies. Let's see. So the original one at the number 5 spot was Blue Hill Avenue. The number 4 spot was Shotters. A lot of Jamaicans got mad at me about that. Number 3 was Bloodsport. A lot of people got mad about that one. Number 2 was above every Steven Seagal movie ever made. Every last fucking one of them. Terrible movies, but we'll watch them. And at the number 1 spot was The Last Dragon. Everybody got mad at me about that. And I said, you know what, maybe my intake of movies is a little more mature than yours. Maybe I need good acting. Maybe it's just me. But these are poorly written movies with bad storylines and bad acting. That's just a good watch. But it's terrible movies. All right? So, yeah. Oh, almost made it to exactly an hour. But, yeah, y'all, I am going to announce on my social media platforms that I will start taking. I'll put my email out. If you're a rapper or singer and you want your music reviewed and get an honest reaction, I will do it to where I'm going to be playing 2 songs every show from independent artists. That way I can start monetizing this show. All right? Because the music is killing me right now. I know y'all loving it, and I'm loving it too. But it's killing me, and I need to start making some income on this show. All right? Can't just make money off sponsors and behind the scenes wearing different people clothing and shit. You know, I gotta get it the right way. I gotta get some of this YouTube money. Too much of it out here floating around for me now to be getting a dime for this show to be this fire. You know what I'm saying? So I will be putting that email, that announcement out on my social media platforms within the week so we can start monetizing this channel. All right? Well, these episodes. All right, but yeah, y'all, that's episode 9 is in the books of the Nasty Work Show. Once again, Happy New Year to everybody. You know, and let's continue to be prosperous and help this show blow up to be the #1 show of all time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment on my channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Nasty Work Show. About to take shit over 2025. Let's get it. Let's go. Nasty work. Disgusting. Nasty work. Nasty. Come on, son. And at the #1 spot. That's it, y'all. I will see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Episode 9 of the books, y'all. Peace.